Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do a reading for you. It isn't, it's just a reading for this week. I just decided instead of doing the sneak peeks that maybe you needed some advice about what you're going to do going into the new year, right? We've only got a few days left looking at 2022. So let's find out what you're supposed to leave in 2022 and what you're headed to in the future. So what you're supposed to leave is going to go on the left. What is coming in is going to be on the right. And then we're going to build a bridge. We're going to find out how are you supposed to get there. Let's figure it out here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's look at Scorpio. Scorpio needs advice for what's coming up in 2023. How do we get there? What do we leave behind? What is the thing that Scorpio needs to leave in 2022, please? What does Scorpio need to leave in 2022? The Thinker. It's overthinking, Scorpio. Yeah. It is overthinking, my friend. You need to be more grounded. You need to be less in your head, and you need to be more grounded. Now, I know you're a water sign, but I'm seeing browns and greens, and yeah, the Thinker, somebody who is constantly in a pattern of thought. We've got card number 44, which breaks down to an 8. So it's you, thinking about you. What am I going to do next? What do I do from here, right? These are the sort of the ideas that we come up with in the latter part of the year, right? As we're looking at trying to begin new again. The Thinker. So what's coming up in 2023? What are you headed for? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What are you headed for? Message in a bottle. It's about time you spoke to someone. I think you've had hard feelings with someone is what I want to say. That maybe it's been a tense situation, possibly a toxic situation. I'm looking at card number 15. But for others of you, it could very much be a message of love, because 1 and 5 is 6, right? It could be 6 is the lovers. Message in a bottle. It's about to come to the surface. It's only partly submerged. There is a message coming. It's a message. I feel that you are trying to find your way somewhere. He's got a telescope under his wing or her wing. I think it's all about the throat and the heart chakra from here, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I feel like you, in 2023, are about to reconnect to someone that maybe you've been thinking about. Message in a bottle is like you throw it in the water and you're not sure that it's getting to its destination. Maybe you've been creating a message to send to this person that you may decide to send on New Year's Day, possibly. But I feel like whenever it happens, it's going to be a reconnection, is what I'm saying. You want to reconnect with someone. It's enough feeling out in the cold. I feel like you have been creating a message, and I've been saying this kind of all year, Scorpio, that you've been creating a message, typing out a message, putting it in the drafts, typing out a message, putting it in the drafts. It feels like this is about to come to fruition in 2023, but you've been thinking about it all year. There's a change. Yep, change in the wind, man. It's coming. It is coming. Okay, let's take a look here. How we bridge this. What do you have to do? How do you get from here to here? How do you get from overthinking to deciding that you're going to connect with somebody, or finally dig that message in a bottle out of the cupboard and maybe throw it in the water? I don't know. Let's see. How do you bridge yourself to 2023? I think it's the overthinking that you need to leave in 2022. You know what? The last 3 readings I've done have started with this card, or have had it somewhere in here. It's a self-awareness, tapping into higher self, questioning routines and patterns. You are becoming self-aware that you are the overthinker, that you think about things too long, and sometimes they don't actually come to fruition or they don't get done. And I feel that it stresses you out. Yeah, you need to cleanse and detoxify. And the way that you're going to do that is up to you. But I feel like cleansing and detoxifying from unnecessary commitments. I love that, because it's not unnecessary people, unnecessary work, unnecessary children who you're running too much into you know, maybe you're the person who lives in the car and it's hockey and soccer and ballet and all that kind of stuff. That's that stress out, but it's commitments. So it's like, maybe we don't need to go to hockey this week. Maybe we don't need to go to ballet this week. Maybe you guys can each do one thing and it doesn't have to be 3 or 4. Because when we're overscheduling our kids, it's because we have our ego attached to that. People must see that my kids are okay. And the only way that you can show people that is by making them perform like monkeys, dance monkey, right? So we've got passions. Don't be afraid to fail. Follow what makes you happy. That's what brings you to the message in a bottle. I love that. You go from self-awareness to a little bit of stress of, I really got to clean it up. I have to cleanse and detoxify from unnecessary commitments. I need to tell some people no. No is a full ass sentence, y'all. No, period. That's it. No, you don't have to tell them why. You don't have to give some great big story as to why. Just say, no, I can't. And it doesn't matter why you can't. Maybe the reason why you can't is because you want to sit on the damn sofa with bonbons, eating or watching your favorite reality TV show. And that is a thing. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that stuff. What do we got here? Declutter. Let go of old items, creating new and sacred space for yourself. Could mean a home, could mean lovers, could mean friends. It could mean a lot of things, declutter. All right. Where are we going now? Okay. We are going here. Tea leaves. All right, tell me about the thinker. What sort of things is Scorpio overthinking, please? Or thinking about for 2022? We have the cane. Pay attention to your health. Okay, so maybe it's time to get back on that thing, hey? Maybe it's time to look at what you're doing with your health. Maybe it's time to move a little more, eat a little less, change what you're eating. I just did that probably 6 months ago. Scorpio, I just Googled it. How can I eat for better mental health? And that's what I'm eating. I'm telling you, it works. It does. So I think you're supposed to pay attention to your health. Maybe you've been overthinking how you've been feeling. We have frying pan, trouble and accusations. So people coming up against you, saying things that aren't true, possibly. Or if they are true, things that you were not self-aware of, things that you were not aware of. You are now tapping into the higher self, Scorpio, and you are questioning your own patterns. Why do I do that? Why do I keep getting myself in the middle of a situation that's not mine, not my circus, not my monkeys? Why do I keep trying to save everybody? Yeah, it's because you're psychic. It's because you can't not feel it, I believe, but it's a self-awareness. You now realize you're doing it. Teapot, a deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So there could be someone in your life who is a same-sex friend who is giving you advice or telling you, look, you got to stop thinking about everything so much. Sometimes you just need to make the decision and go with it. Go with your intuition. Your intuition is what is going to keep you moving forward here. All right. Tell me about the message in the bottle, please, for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio, please. Scorpio. Message in a bottle. Okay, thank you. All right. Let's do it. We've got dealings or a relationship with a man with dark hair or dark complexion. We have the eagle, triumph over troubles. Okay, well, these two cancel each other out then, don't they? There we go. What you're leaving in the past is this. You're tired of being judged by people. You're tired of the accusations. People don't know what's going on in your life and you're done with it. And in the new year, in 2023, triumph over trouble and obstacles. I love it. And then we have the skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. You need to be honest. You need to be honest with people about the way you're feeling. You need to send that message in a bottle. I feel like it's time for you. You could be the dark man, or you could be dealing with someone who is a dark man. I feel like you are, you might be having trouble in dealings with someone who is the dark man. Dark complexion or dark hair. Hidden secrets can harm you. Let's look at the bottom here. The sun... Happiness and well-being comes to you in 2023. You need to make this decision here. And then we have the desk. Pay attention to your work. So keep an eye on the prize, keep an eye on the work that you're doing. I feel like it doesn't necessarily talk about work, your occupation. I feel like it's work on self is what I'm going to say. Because there is a desk on that picture, but I do believe that it is the self that you're working on. Yeah, working towards the message in a bottle. All right, let's get at it with some tarot here. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. There is no date or time on this reading. Whenever you find it, you will get the information you need. All right. We've got the Five of Swords. We've got the Devil. We've got the Two of Swords. The Four of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Wands. And we've got the Queen of Cups. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so somebody who is balanced. Oh, and in love. And lots of passion here. Oh, for the Queen. There we go. All right. So I feel like you could have Earth in the chart. You don't have to, but maybe you are someone who's in the financial sector. Maybe you're someone who has their own business or who is in the upper echelons of corporate America, Canada, wherever you live. And I feel like that you still have passion and love feelings for the Queen. You still see this person as your person. You see them as your soulmate, is what I feel. And I think you're about ready to tell them so. Knight of Swords. Let me look at this here. Self-awareness. I think, Scorpio, that you may be coming into a self-awareness that maybe you're part of the problem. And that maybe there is some things that you have been thinking about that have brought you to a self-awareness that maybe sometimes you are part of the problem. And sometimes you have dark thoughts or feel like you just need to tell somebody what for, is what I'm thinking. It's like a self-awareness of I've been really upset or very angry and I've been caught in my thoughts about myself. And I think that the Five of Swords is saying that there is, intense feelings of this, intense feelings of the Devil. And it's an intense feeling, Scorpio, that you are innately bad, I feel. It's something that keeps going through your mind over and over again, like you feel like it's your fault or you feel like you should have done something. I feel as though the self-awareness is that you should have done something. I'm not saying that you did anything bad, but I feel like this is what you're trying to change in your self-awareness, though. I feel like you're trying to change the Five of Swords and the Devil energy, which is, toxic fights and angriness. I feel like somebody wants to change how they react. They want to respond, whether they want to respond rather than react, is what I want to say. But I think this is the reaction. I love this card because look, there's a dude. Yeah, he's tied up to the tree, and there's a woman there that looks a little, I don't know. There's a sword beside her. There's one sword. It's like it feels like we had a conversation here, and this guy ended up tied up to the tree, and then we had a conversation here, and she ends up fainting or something of the sort. There's no blood drawn here, so there isn't anything terrible. But understand that the guy that's got the swords in the hand is only carrying 3. So it feels like maybe you feel that some of the patterns you're questioning is that sometimes you get really angry and have bursts of, yeah, I'll get even then. And I feel like that's something that you're trying to change. This is the energy that it brings. And this is the energy that creates karma. We have stress about making a decision, about someone that you're holding on to, something you're holding on to really tight. It's very stressful for you to become vulnerable. Yeah, this is all about vulnerability. And Scorpio, you have trouble with it. If you are a Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, for sure, you struggle. You're on the struggle bus with making decisions that are not good for everyone. You are unable to make decisions that are the best for you because you're always worried about what everyone else needs. I think the decision that's coming is that you need to be more vulnerable, that you need to finally open up, or that you need to quit hanging on to something. So you're either, I feel the stress, it says cleanse and detoxify from unnecessary commitments. I feel like some of those commitments to a swords, you're making a decision that it's time to just let it go. I just need to let people know that I can't do this. No is an answer. Four of Pentacles tells me that when people want you to do things for them, or they come to you with codependency, or they want you to fix them or help them or make things right, that you shut down. That you may not say, no, I can't do that, or no, that's my final answer. That you just kind of shut down and go within, that you don't share, that you don't say anything because you don't want to hurt people. You don't want to make people feel as though they're not worth your time. But the truth of the matter is you can't do it all. We've got passions, and it says, don't be afraid to fail. Follow what makes your heart happy. We have the Five of Wands and the Queen of Cups. And so I feel that don't be afraid to fail. That's why you're in this indecision here, the Five of Wands. It's an indecision of, what do I do now? I don't really want to hurt anybody. It's like you beat yourself up about not being everywhere at once. And I think that is something that is going to change going into 2023. The Queen of Cups is here, and the Queen of Cups is here in the upright. For some of you, it could be the Queen of Cups that you're interested in if you're looking at this as a love reading. But I feel like you've been in indecision about the Queen of Cups, or that you are in indecision. Maybe you are the Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, right? So I feel like you are possibly in indecision about your passions. Follow what makes your heart happy. It's like back here, I feel like you're a prisoner of doing whatever everyone else wants you to do for them, because you don't really want to hurt anybody. You want to help people. But it seems like sometimes when you do help people, maybe the decision isn't the information you give them, that you feel like you give them the wrong information, or that maybe you hurt them. But it's becoming self-aware is what you need. Tapping into your higher self here. Questioning routines and patterns. Your routines and patterns, I feel, are to get even. And possibly you're seeing that now as a self-awareness. You're seeing that that's a toxic behavior. And it is a toxic behavior, by the way. If you're the one who likes to take revenge, or who likes to slander someone else or blame it all on them, that is a toxic behavior. And I feel like the Five of Swords is the problem. The problem is it's tense. You want to win at any cost, that kind of thing. We also have someone who is the 5 and 2 of Swords. That's 7. I feel like you've been keeping something from someone, or been stressing out because you've been closed down. But I feel like you are wanting to tell somebody something, that you want to reveal something to them, but you're still in indecision about yourself and how you're going to get here. I think that all of this works out to this. I feel like you're going to communicate with someone or have a contact, maybe the dark man, but maybe you are the dark man, that you've got some secrets. I think the secrets you're holding is that I'm really hard on myself, but I really am looking for a love companion. I really have a heart, and that's you, Scorpio, right? That's you on the surface. You are not someone who is going to show your emotion or be emotional on the surface, but man, you've got so much emotion. Look at her. She's almost up to her chest in water. Yeah. I feel like you've lost it, love, over and over again. She's pouring out the cup. It's like, there we go. This is as many cups as I've poured out already. Yeah, I can't seem to find the right kind of emotion. She's, up to almost the middle of her throne here. In water. It's like every time you're there holding a cup and then you give it ends up coming back. Like I feel like you feel unlucky in emotions, and so that's why you don't show them. All right. Let's look at Lenormand here. We'll get a little bit more energy here, and then we'll go into the extended, because there's so much here. We want to know what the thinking is that's been holding you back in 2022. The accusations here, and the deep friendship with someone from the same sex. I think that person is going to be the one who is going to give you advice to help carry you through to 2023, which is make communication with the person that you want to make communication with. Don't be afraid to fail. It's okay if you fail, but that's where the indecision lies. You like to win all the time, but sometimes we need the lesson and not necessarily the person, right? All right, we'll take those. We did have this come out as well. So we have the masculine. You could be the masculine, or that could be your masculine. So we have someone who's decided to take the other door. Yeah, there we go. Someone who is deciding that maybe, you know, all that glitters is not gold. The left door is gold and the right door is blue. I feel like it's blue sky here, but maybe you were going after the gold. Maybe you were going after the money, because we do have the Queen of Diamonds in the bottom right-hand corner, who is the Queen of Pentacles. This could be this could be your energy. You could be someone who's very grounded, someone who is interested in finances. Maybe you are in finances, but I feel like that you have decided to change, is what I want to say. You've decided to make a change. That you picked the left door and now it's time to pick the right. We have card number 22 here. 2 and 2 is 4. You need the balance of doing what it is that you want to do. Don't be afraid to fail. Follow what makes your heart happy. And I think what's going to make your heart happy is you removing the mask, or someone else removing the mask. That's up to you. You can take that as it resonates. But we also have card number 40 here. So I feel like somebody here has had a mask on, and I think you've had the mask on because you don't want to show the vulnerability, right? Four of Pentacles. You don't want to show the vulnerability of, I don't know what to do. I'm in indecision. I'm beating myself up because I don't want to fail. I feel like where you don't want to fail mostly is love. And I feel like it's coming to a point where you're going to make communication with somebody in 2023. You may even do it in 2022, but I feel like mostly what's going on here is that the self-awareness happens in 2022. You tap into your higher self, you start questioning your own routines and patterns, and the way that you deal with the end of a relationship, the end of a friendship. When you get angry, do you blow up? Do you respond, or do you react, right? I think that's what you're looking at here. All right. Let's take a look here. Self-awareness, tapping into your higher self. Tell me about that. You do want a partnership, but you know that you have to get this under control first. Stressing you out is the Lovers. Yeah, you're making a decision. That's the Two of Swords under there. You're making a decision to possibly open up to a lover. We have the Five of Cups. Yeah, you know what? Five of Cups, right? It's regret. Don't be afraid to fail. Follow what makes your heart happy. There's some regret in not being there for as many people as you can be there for. I think you're scared to fail or being seen as a failure. Tell me what is bridging these two doors to the mask, please. Somebody is about to go to the other door and you're not allowed to take your mask there. You got to take it off. Somebody you've not been talking to. It's been silent. You're not been vulnerable. Yeah. It's been cold. Cold and dark, alone. And maybe you're not alone, but maybe that's how you feel. You know that you have to be honest. You must take this all into consideration. You have to be honest with yourself, take off the mask, and take the other door. The other door to me means that you might be in a relationship right now and it's time to let go. It's not working out. That maybe you're spending more time not talking to them than you are talking to them. Okay, Scorpio, we're going to take this into the extension. We've been here too long, and if you're interested in knowing what happens next, please come to the extension. The link is the first one in the description. As always, I love you guys. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for all that you've done for me this year, and I'm going to go for now. Love you guys. I'm out. Bye-bye.